Good morning, ladies. I hope you guys are doing well this week, and I will just take a moment here, make sure we are streaming. So here we go. Um, Hello. Most of you saw the title, and you know that I'm here to chat this week about rest and recovery. It is so important um, to include both rest and recovery, either or, uh, throughout this program in order to continue to progress, to decrease your risk of injury. Um, Rest is actually something that is just as important as the work that you're doing in your workouts. Here I am to make sure that this is something that you aren't forgetting about. I'm starting to see a lot of people becoming more active, which obviously I love, but it does come at a cost. You will find by adding in even just one rest day a week, you will see more results, you'll decrease your overall stress levels and find yourself sleeping better. I'm sure you'll be a little less irritable. So there are so many benefits, and I'm about to dive right into all of them. I think I just need to start by explaining how when we're doing strength training, we're overloading the body, and then what happens is your body adapts afterwards. It's not during the workout that you get all this strength improvements, adaptations. It actually happens after the workout as your body is recovering. And over time, you can increase the stress that you're putting on your body, which is how you can continue to increase your strength and your fitness. This time in between these workouts is important because this is where you move from that fatigued state that you put yourself in through your workout and get back to sort of that optimal state so that you can stress your body again. And so this is huge. This is how we get stronger. This is how we change our fitness. This is how we change our physique. This is such an important part of your program. So basically, you gotta include the rest or recovery in order to continue your progression, to continue through this program and really truly to get the most of it. Now, I guess I want to clarify today I'm talking more about the rest between workouts. However, as I've mentioned in the past, the rest within your workout is also very important. So I'll just talk about that for a second here because if if you're doing the strength workout and you don't feel like you need the rest that I've prescribed, that is a sign that you're not working in the correct intensity. So that may mean you've got to increase your load. Perhaps you feel like you need more rest than what I've given you. That's also an indication that you are working at too high of an intensity. So the rest is there to help guide you so that you know exactly where you should be. And it's there for a reason because of, as I mentioned, the intensity that I want you working in. So if you are working at that appropriate intensity, you should require the rest in between sets. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're moving through. If you ever feel like it's too much rest, I want you to increase your intensity within that workout. But as I mentioned, today is more about that rest and that recovery between workouts. Let me clarify the difference between the two because recovery is active. So this is like consciously choosing an activity that will help like foster this return to that optimal state. So this is some type of low intensity exercise or movement. So this is not something, this is definitely not a HIIT workout and definitely not a strength workout. Okay, this is, by all means, you can incorporate like active recovery on some of those days. Rest, when I talk about a rest day, this is basically inactivity, okay? And common misconception, I don't actually mean that I just want you to lay on the couch all day. You can still move your body, but I want you to think of a rest day as no formal exercise. So no class, no fitness class, no run, no strength workout, but it can be something uh, a little bit easier on your body, like a walk or an easy cycle, some yoga, perhaps some stretching. So you can still have activity. You can still, I should specify that. You can still move your body, but it shouldn't be exercise on those rest days. If you're choosing to do a recovery day, so that's more of that active recovery, that's where you can do a little more, but it should still very much be low intensity. Anything that's high intensity is not a recovery day. And so, as you know, we do cycle through recovery weeks in this program. And I do have a bit of a range in those recovery weeks because you guys have your own range. So the amount of recovery that someone needs is very individualized, and it varies based on the intensity that you're working at. So some of you are working out at home with limited weight options, so you may be working at a lower intensity than that person who is going to the gym and has access to everything, or those people that do have a full gym setup at home. So that's why there is that little bit of play, and this is where it is important to make sure you're listening to your body and you know if you need that little extra recovery or rest, that you make sure you take it and you really pull back when it comes uh, to those exercises and to how your body is feeling. So my message is really going out to those of you that are really finding it difficult to take a rest day, because I know this isn't all of you, but there are quite a few of you that are trying to exercise every single day, and you are the ones that I'm really speaking to, and I really urge you to make sure that you are taking at least one rest day every week. And if this is you to wrap your head around one day of no exercise, I just want you to check back with um, how you got here. So how did you get to this fitness level? Well, it was from consistent work for weeks, months, maybe even years. So it took you that long to get here, and it didn't happen overnight, and you're also not going to lose it overnight. Make sure that you remind yourself of what went into getting here, and the same thing is going to happen when you take a rest day. It's such a small amount of time, and it's going to do much more good than it is going to decrease from your progress. All right, so um, I guess let's think about recovery is actually your body is actually working. So when you're recovering between workouts, your body is working so hard to repair. Basically, I'm going to say the damage, and this is like a positive damage, but you are breaking down your muscle when you exercise and work out, and so your body is working hard to rebuild that. So I need you to keep in mind that you shouldn't be stealing the energy that your body needs to repair and get yourself back to that optimal state so that you can continue to push it, because after a while there is a limit, and perhaps you've been able to get away with it for a while and continuously push and push and push, but eventually there will be a limit, and I just want us to avoid overtraining, injuries associated with that, and anything else. So you will get more out of each workout by adding that appropriate rest and recovery. And you know that I am just a big bang for your buck type of girl. So that's why I would way rather you have quality workouts over quantity. You do not need to be exercising hours and hours and hours a day, day after day after day. That there's so much more that you can be doing. And I know that sounds crazy coming from me as, can you believe Janice is saying that? Well, yes, because make your time count while you're exercising, and you do not have to spend your life doing it, or like your whole day doing it, okay? And I guess Finally, I want to also put that it isn't just physiologically that we need this rest, psychologically, you do as well. So, I urge you all to take at least one rest day per week. So that means like on one calendar day, there should be no formal exercise. Many people may need more than that. So I'm going to so obviously 1 to 2 days for the group here. So of course, keep moving, but do pay attention to that intensity. And above all geez, above all else, make sure you listen to your body. Your body is telling you things. It's going to you need little breaks or when to pull back. So try in tune with that body, and let me know if you do have any specific questions, because I am here to help you get through this program. And I look forward to seeing you all on the internet. Take care.